I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. We're going to do a couple things this morning. I want to give you an overview of what's coming up for the month of April, as well as we're going to spend time this morning looking at opportunities to grow your Synergy business, basically focusing on the Elite Health Kickoff on May the 12th and 13th. Now, before I get into the opportunities to grow your Synergy business, I just want to pull up a document here that you're going to end up seeing next Saturday. We'll be releasing the Microbiome Research ebook next Saturday after Saturday's presentation. It's been written, it's in the process of being edited, and I'll just give you a little bit of an overview in terms of the actual content that's in this. There's a lot of chapters to help people. Certainly the microbiome is a much more complex avenue to understand than what nitric oxide therapy is. I've said this before on a Saturday presentation. Nitric oxide therapy is like being in first grade compared to the microbiome is like being in college. But with that said, as you begin to understand the microbiome, there are specific keys to being able to quickly reset the microbiome to improve your overall health and function. So the table of contents will start with why your microbiome is key to good health. What is the microbiome? Preventing dysbiosis by purifying the gut microbiome. How toxins are the root cause of most diseases. What it means to have a leaky gut. Prebiotics and probiotics to recolonize your gut. Other key ingredients. And then we have a section, and this section, unlike the nitric oxide therapy ebook where I had videos for these different things, I don't have time to prepare videos. You know, in the nitric oxide therapy, I had a backlog of videos and scripts and things that was easy to adapt. One of the projects that I'll be doing personally in the month of April is I'll begin to create some short videos as it applies to the microbiome and specific topics. I most likely won't incorporate them into this ebook, but in this ebook there are great links to information that will support statements that are being said in this ebook. And so we'll be looking at how your microbiome addresses autoimmune diseases. And I had a brief conversation with Homer at the start of this where he was sharing some of his blood sugar numbers. And there's two types of diabetes. There's diabetes type 1 and diabetes type 2. Diabetes type 1 is an autoimmune disease. Diabetes type 2 is a metabolic syndrome issue. The microbiome plays a significant role in both types of diabetes. So we'll be looking at in this ebook how the microbiome affects autoimmune diseases. There's about 80 different ones. We're not going to cover them all, but we're going to give people a general understanding of what's happening. Abdominal distress. We linked inflammation and cancer because they're directly related to each other, and especially with regards to the microbiome. And then we'll look at diabetes as type 2 diabetes, and then we'll be looking at weight management, obesity issues, and there is a significant key in resetting certain types of flora within the microbiome that actually influences weight gain or weight loss. A person staying lean or a person gaining fat is really determined by two types of flora within the microbiome. And as you understand how to flip that properly, you can then see types of results that Tracy shared this morning with regards to the ability to, instead of taking food in and storing it as fat, you're able to take food in and utilize it as energy to improve metabolism and begin to physically reshape. Then we're going to give people a recipe called the 3 E's and the 4 R's for gut health. I won't get into the 4 R's, but the 4 E's are eliminate dysbiosis, eliminate inflammation, and eliminate leaky gut. And if you understand how to do those 3 things, you can quickly reset the microbiome of the gut in a very short period of time. And then we'll talk about the Million Lives Project and our product of choice. Our product of choice will all center on the Microbiome Purified Kit from Synergy Worldwide. And then there'll be About Me, and in this case, the generic one will be About Us, and then there'll be a generic statement in that, so that everyone will have the ability to tap into the generic version of this Microbiome Research ebook, that you can use it as part of your overall marketing strategies. So that's what I'm going to show you next week. Make available to you after Saturday of next week, the Microbiome Research ebook. And then the following Saturday, the 15th, Homer was on the nitric oxide therapy live webinar this last Tuesday night. I think Carol was also on it. There were other people that were on it. Next, on Saturday, April 15th, in preparation for Tuesday, April the 18th, where we actually go live with this, on that Saturday, the 15th, I'll give you a preview of the live webinar that we'll be using for the microbiome. And again, these tools are designed to be able to support your efforts to build your client base that are going to be using the Purified Kit to reset their gut health. So you'll have this ebook, and then on the first, starting in May, on the first and third Tuesdays of every month at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, you'll have a live webinar for microbiome research. And I'll condense the information that's in this ebook into a presentation that will flow, that will help people understand the importance of resetting. We'll give them some kind of guidelines of what to do, but if they really want to get all the information, again, the ebook is what they want to get to drive your, whatever customers, whatever potential customers and clients that you bring to the live webinar, we want to have them so enthusiastic that they will want to come back and get the ebook from you, as well as learn more about the product of choice and why we're using that one. And then on the 22nd, Gene LaValle is going to organize this, but one of the things that we want to do on the 22nd is we want to have Gene's going to organize your experiences on the Microbiome Purified Kit. We've heard some very wonderful results from Tracy and Homer. I know that there's other people that are on this call that have had significant improvements in their overall health. I know personally I didn't go on the Microbiome Purified Kit to lose any weight. I went on it to take another step in what we're going to talk about this morning called elite health. And for me personally, being on the Microbiome Purified Kit has, again, taken another step to resetting my gut health, where I've seen some really significant improvements in terms of my energy level, my focus, not having any bloating issues, and again, using my standard shake and just replacing one component in my standard shake, from the Slim Smart Health Shake to the Biome Shake, and how that gained for me an hour to an hour and a half before I'm hungry. So it extended me from about 11:30, 12 o'clock, where I used to get hungry, to going to 12:30, 1 o'clock before I start getting hungry. And to me, that's significant, which for a person who's going to use this from a weight management standpoint, again, you can create a recipe that will sustain people, and they could then do 2 replacement shakes like that, where those recipes basically can cover their whole day without having any type of hunger. And so again, one of the things that we want to do on the 22nd is begin to hear your stories, your results, so that we can begin to prepare some information on how resetting the microbiome has helped you. And we want to keep the same type of marketing strategy. When we talk about we don't talk about ProArch9 Plus, we talk about nitric oxide therapy and what it can do to improve your cardiovascular health. We want to keep the same type of process with the microbiome. How resetting your microbiome, how resetting your gut health and the microbiome of your gut can help you see these kinds of improvements. And then the product of choice is ProArch9 Plus for nitric oxide therapy, and here are the reasons why. The product of choice for resetting your microbiome is Synergy World's wide Purified kit, and here's the reasons why. And if you do that, again, there is a huge amount of interest in the microbiome. Absolutely, there's a phenomenal amount of interest in people about this. This is the hot topic with regards to health. It's going to open up to you multiple avenues to be able to create interest. So if you create the interest based upon microbiome and resetting your gut health, you'll be able to get a lot of people who will want to get that information. And then as that information speaks to them, then you'll be able to, if you properly understand marketing strategies, be able to start groups. And we'll talk a little bit more about this as we continue this process of helping you understand how to market the microbiome. Anyone have any questions before I go into today's presentation? All right, so today we want to look at opportunities to grow your Synergy business. And Synergy has this Elite Health Kickoff on May the 12th and 13th, which is a Friday and a Saturday. They've moved the venue from the corporate offices to Thanksgiving Point Show Barn because the interest is so huge in this area that they knew that they couldn't accommodate all the people that were planning to come to this event. So they moved it from corporate offices to Lehigh, Thanksgiving Point. There's a hotel there. I'm pretty sure they have a standard rate for Synergy people. I don't know what that rate is yet, but this is the location for this event. And as we go into this, I had a conversation with Shane Greer because I want to be prepared with some extra information for you today that has not yet been posted up onto the Synergy blog. First off, we want to help you understand that the registration is this coming Tuesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can register online. If you go onto the Synergy blog and you click that button that says register here, you can go online and register for the event. Or you can call customer service, and a customer service representative will help you get registered for this event. Again, it's Friday, May 12th and Saturday, May 13th. And the cost is $50 for general admission. But if you've been Elite Honors qualified for 3 times, that could be 2017 or 2016. As long as you've been Elite Honors qualified 3 times, then you'll get a $10 discount on your registration for this event. So it will be $40 instead of $50. Plus, in talking with Shane, for the first time, they're going to actually begin to what I call give perks to those that have been Elite Honors qualified. And those perks would be special seating, as well as they're planning special incentives to those that were Elite Honors qualified and have met that criteria. And going forward, that's one of the things that they really want to build into their system is this whole process of helping people understand how to be Elite Honors qualified, as well as enjoy the additional perks and incentives that come from being Elite Honors qualified. Again, making this the core building block of your Synergy business. We've had discussions about what this means in multiple Saturday presentations. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that today. Now, in that, we've got the Friday night, or the Friday activities. So the Friday activities will start with tours of the Hughes Center for Research and Innovation. They'll be 30 minutes. They'll start a new tour every 30 minutes. It kicks off at 1 o'clock, and then every 30 minutes they'll run another group through that presentation. So unlike in the past where you went through, you had a presentation, then you had a sit down, and we had like maybe a half an hour to 45-minute slide presentation. They're not planning to do that. They just want to move people through the Hughes Center facility as quickly as possible so that people can understand the commitment that Synergy Worldwide and Nature Sunshine Products has made to the future direction of where we're going. Some of you already understand this. I mean, the Purified kit is part of that new direction. What is that new direction? It is having products that address significant health issues, most likely metabolic syndrome issues, because those are that is the key a driving force of most illnesses in America today. So having products that are designed through Dr. Matthew Tripp and his staff, designed in the Hughes Center, Research and Innovation, put into testing, peer-reviewed clinical research, so that if the research, the peer-reviewed clinical research shows the outcomes that they expect, they can immediately go into production. They can immediately go towards getting their patents on the product, so that we have patented products, patented delivery systems that actually address significant health issues more effectively than medication without the side effects, have peer-reviewed clinical studies to support the information that we can then legally say, and give us a tremendous advantage over the rest of the healthcare industry to be able to help you significantly grow your Synergy business. And if you plug into our mission statement, which is blessing lives with better health as you build a vibrant network marketing business, you've got two components to that, because Synergy Worldwide understands that the government is requiring network marketing companies to have a consumer component if they're not going to get in trouble with the government as considered to be a pyramid, which is just promoting distributorships, and that you have to become a distributor to be able to get wholesale pricing. And that is, the government now looks at that as pyramid, and they're targeting multi-level marketing companies that do not have a standalone customer base and an opportunity for people to be just customers. That's what Synergy Worldwide has given to us in the Elite Honors program. That is all customer volume driven, either through products that you buy personally to sell to your customers, or whether it be through the customer program, where a customer from a preferred customer standpoint can get products at wholesale pricing, same as what you get it for, and have no attachment to the business. They can spend their money just on products that they want, like you do in the normal business. You buy a product because that's what you want, and so it's got a traditional business model to it. So after the tours, there'll be a break. Lunch or whatever you want, or dinner is on your own. But when we come back to the evening session, what Synergy is going to do is they're going to lay out the overall vision and marketing strategy for 2017. And one of the questions that I had with Shane is that we've gone to a couple events, two of them prior to this, and it was the same marketing strategy, same vision. There was nothing new to it. Shane guarantees me that that will not be the case for people who come to this event, that they are launching new products. Microbiome Kit will be launched at this event. I'll talk about this in a little bit. Plus, they have new products that are coming into their system. And so they're going to show you the overall vision and marketing strategy, and it all centers around this aspect of what's called elite health, helping people to enjoy the best possible health for them. Now, it's not talking about helping every person be an elite athlete. It's talking about elite health, helping people to enjoy where they're at in their age category and in their life to enjoy the best health possible through the Synergy products. Now, if that's for an athlete, an elite athlete, it's to help take them to the next level. If it's for a person who has health issues, it's to help them address those health issues so that they can have better health. And they're going to show this strategy and help you understand, plus introduce you to the new products that are coming in 2017. And then the rest of that evening will be recognition, where they're going to recognize both elite honors qualification people. I don't know what that looks like in terms of how they're going to group that. And then they're also going to honor those people that have been able to take advantage of the Title Plus program and are growing their Synergy business. And I don't know if there's other things that they're going to do from a recognition standpoint, but those two main aspects are what's going to be happening. All right.
Hey, Dan, this is so exciting for us to be able to go on these tours and and be with other distributors. I'm so looking forward to this kickoff.
Yeah, in talking with Shane yesterday, again, I really wanted to understand from his standpoint that if this is going to be like the last two meetings, then it's going to be a hard thing to try and, I'm not going to try and convince people to go to this. But he guarantees me that what you're going to see in this meeting is going to be a very clear vision of where Synergy is going, their marketing strategy, their new products. And then when we get into Saturday, in fact, why don't we just move into Saturday? Let me move this down here a little bit. So Saturday is broken up into two sessions. And session number 1 starts at 9 a.m. and it's the official launch of the Microbiome Purified Kit. And they're going to be spending time helping you understand why this product and product combination is so significant to improving people's health. We've already heard from Tracy and Homer during the time before we actually officially started the live webinar this morning, and the kind of results that they've seen. We've got people who are on this call that have seen some amazing results. We've got people who are not on this live webinar that have been part of this launch, this pre-launch, who have seen amazing results in terms of how they feel, how they've reshaped. And then they're going to also have a special product purchase incentive. Now, Shane shared it with me, but he asked me not to share it with anyone else. It's significant. And let me just leave it at that. If you go and you decide to take advantage of the product purchase incentives that Synergy is going to give to those that are at this event, it'll be well worth your time. And then they're going to talk about marketing strategies. Everything is about marketing. If you are a part of what we do, you understand that I talk about this all the time. If you are not understanding how to effectively market, you are not going to grow your Synergy business like you could. And so one of the things that they want people to understand is how to effectively market. Shane, again, shared some things with me. I don't want to share those things because things can change in terms of what, but there's a whole market that he talked about with regards to women organizing women's groups to go through this microbiome program. And again, part of that is going to be shared on this morning session. Putting in your hands marketing strategies that are going to do two things for you. Grow your customer base, which creates your cash flow, because that volume that's above 150 for if you're here in the United States, or 100 CV if you're up in Canada, you get 25% return elite rebate. So that grows as you grow your customer base, you grow your cash flow through elite rebates, as well as you'll have a model that will help other people see a easy fit for them to do the business by following effective marketing strategies. We're going to give you a marketing strategy next Saturday, the ebook for the Microbiome Research. The following Saturday, we're going to give you another marketing strategy, which are live webinars, where it's the live Microbiome Research webinar that, again, you can use. That webinar will also be recorded. So you can use it live on the first and third Tuesdays of every month to, again, get people to attend, because a live webinar offers some things that a recording doesn't. But that live webinar will also be recorded so that you have that recording that you can then use 24/7 to either send to people or sit down with people on a one-on-one basis and play that live webinar as a recording to help them understand how resetting their microbiome can make such a significant difference in their health. Once the morning session's done, there's a buffet lunch. Hopefully I spelled buffet right. And that is included in your registration fee. So you don't need to go out and buy your own lunch. Synergy is going to provide that. And then in the afternoon session, they are going to show you the Fortify launch. Now, what do people do after they're on the Purify kit? They need to go to Fortify. And so that Fortify launch is the next step or progression in resetting and maintaining their microbiome. and there's 7 products that are part of this. I don't know how many are new and how many are not, but there are 7 products. Some of them are new, and then they're going to show us the financial model and the enrollment model to, again, help you understand that as you get people started in the Purify kit, from a volume standpoint, once they're through the Purify kit, what do they do next? Well, you want to maintain your gut health, so the next logical progression for that person is the Fortify kit. And again, you know, I don't know what their strategies are going to be to show. I know one of the strategies that we're going to help you understand is starting groups of 5 or 10, because if you buy 4, get 1 free, and you use that strategy, you start 5 people on a Purify kit, and then once they've reset their microbiome, you move them into the Fortify program. That way, they're continuing to get products that are helping them improve their overall gut health, which improves their overall health. And what that does for you is that continues to create cash flow, because you've got customers buying products, and that product is creating CV, so that's helping you be both elite honors qualified as well as CV above the 150 here in the United States or 100 CV in Canada, so that you can earn the 25% elite rebate, so your customers are creating cash flow for you. And if you do this process of starting groups of 5 or 2 groups of 5 for 10, and then moving them into the Fortify program, and each month starting new groups and then moving them into the Fortify program, you can begin to build for yourself a very significant amount of volume that can then lead to great cash flow for your Synergy business, as well as you've got people in there that are experiencing the program. They're seeing the ease of which you use, you know, the tools that you use to help them, that now all they have to do is model those tools, so it becomes an effective way for you to also enroll them. Again, I don't know what Synergy is going to show us in this area, but they're going to show us a financial model and an enrollment model, all designed to help move you personally, as well as if you teach that down through your organization, and if you teach it properly on your left side and your right side, if you use proper sponsoring and placement techniques that we teach you to keep your 2 sides balanced, or if you've been in Synergy Worldwide for a period of time and you've got a strong leg and you've got a very weak leg, meaning a very weak leg, then how to, you know, strengthen that weak leg by focusing on someone that you've personally sponsored, and then doing the proper sponsoring and placement techniques with that individual, so that you partner together to strengthen their Synergy business, which allows you to earn higher mega matches as they earn higher basic commissions, as well as it strengthens your weak leg to help you see greater basic commissions, because your volume on your weak leg is significantly increasing. Again, after we go through this May 12th and 13th, we'll bring this back and we'll begin to help you take Synergy's models and the things that we've got in place and begin to effectively put them in this last aspect, which is marketing strategies. You've got to deploy marketing strategies if you want to grow your Synergy business. Judy,
Hey, Dan?
Go ahead, Judy.
Well, I was just wondering if we have any questions from anyone, because this is a lot of information, and perhaps some people have some questions. Well, wow. And you did explain it very, very clearly, and I'm just so looking forward to this marketing strategy from Synergy, to see what they can add to what we're already doing. And the enrollment strategies too, which is going to help us with our Title Plus bonuses, which is, you know, absolutely amazing for the growth of Synergy.
Yeah, absolutely, Judy. I'm going. I haven't got my ticket yet because it's not available till this coming Tuesday. I know there's a good group of people that are going. If you're a leader of other people in your Synergy business, then we would highly encourage you that if you're not going, to truly consider going, because this is not going to be a waste of your time, and encourage other people in your organization to go, because again, having them there at this event and helping them understand how to harness the products from Synergy Worldwide, the marketing strategies and financial and enrollment models that they're going to show us, combine that with the other strategies that we've got, that we've created, and learn how to blend those together, you will just be able to have significant growth in your Synergy business in 2017 and help people that are part of your organization see the same thing. Judy, am I missing anything from your perspective?
Well, you've got certainly have all of this covered, Dan. Just one of the things that I would like to add is that if you are trying to build an organization, that if you have other members of your organization actually attend functions like this, according to Eric Worre, who is the guru of network marketing, he believes that with every person that you bring to an event, your income will raise about $1,000 per person. So I would behoove everyone, if you have a team, to make sure that they get to the event, because they are going to get so much from it. And not just from what Synergy is sharing with us. I find that during the breaks, before the event, after the event, just talking with other distributors is so beneficial, because you can hear things from them that they are doing, some of the challenges they've gone through and been able to overcome, that can help support and benefit all of us. That is sometimes just as valuable as the information that Synergy shares with us. So, make sure that if you're going, take advantage of meeting new people and having those discussions during breaks and before and afterwards.
Thank you, Judy. Before I show the last slide that I've got, do we have any questions from anyone with regards to the event information that we've shared this morning?
Yeah, this is Homer. I just have the question of, this is the second event that Synergy's having on Mother's Day weekend. Is there a reason for that? Or, I'm not complaining but it is kind of a drawback. I've had, several people that I've invited, and it's like, well, that's Mother's Day. So.
Yeah, I don't know why they've chosen this weekend. You're right. So maybe they just want us to take back products that are going to help improve the health of our mothers.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be there for sure, and I'm going to try to get as many people as I can there, but yeah.
Dan, Timothy,
yes, Timothy.
I think that the idea is to bring your mother to the session.
Yeah. Right, and if you do, then you can treat her to lunch on Saturday.
That's good.
Dan,
At no cost to you.
That's right. That's right.
this is Tracy. What better way to honor your mother than to make sure that they are in elite health and they are going to be there for the grandchildren and for the family in years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great way of understanding marketing, is to be able to take what some people perceive to be a negative and turn it into a positive. Thank you, Tracy, for sharing that. Anyone else with anything before I go to my last slide? All right, here we go. Oracle. So I asked Shane about this, and he didn't want to make any commitments to this because the time frame is Oracle is Synergy's platform. They're all their hosting platform and all their online platform and everything internally is being switched from their current operation to Oracle. It's going to happen first for Nature Sunshine Products, and then it's going to happen for Synergy Worldwide middle of this month, and we'll have some downtime. I'm not going to repeat the information. You can go and find it on the blog. And one of the things that they're hoping is that when they make the switch over to Oracle, like anything, you can do trials all you want to, but until you go live, you don't know what's going to break. Whether it be break because of volume, break because of something from a coding standpoint that you didn't think of, whatever. So they want to make sure that the Oracle platform is operating properly and that any kinds of challenges that they've got them fixed. And so if that all works out properly, then they'll most likely begin to talk to us at the May 12th and 13th event with regards to your vanity sites. What does that mean? Well, once we're completely on Oracle, every distributor will have their own Synergy website, meaning that if you go into Synergy now, all you see is the corporate website. And if you go to do any kind of ordering, it's a cumbersome process. And for a person to do online ordering, especially if there's someone new that wants to get products at wholesale, it's like, okay, I gotta know your Synergy ID number, because you can't do it without a Synergy ID number. You've got to have someone. Well, that's a hindrance for people. It's cumbersome. The new shopping cart system, everything will be tied to your numbers. So when you get your vanity site, you'll have your name, your Synergy ID number, and the interface will be one interface for customers and a different interface for potential distributors. So the information that they see is different, and so it's going to make it a whole lot easier for you to be able to have people go onto your Synergy website, not the corporate website, but your Synergy website, be able to order product and have that product attached to your Synergy ID number, and make the buying process smooth, effective, efficient, and easy, which means that you'll be able to get more people registered that way through online sales. Also help you begin to understand digital commerce. I do digital commerce. 98% of my business is through digital commerce. And I'm looking forward to this because it will change some of the ways that I do things, especially for people that are in other countries that Synergy operates in. I'll be able to make it so much easier. I'm telling you right now, if I've got a person in England who wants to get the product, it is a bit of a challenge to be able to get them that product by going through Synergy's website or calling Synergy directly. Here, with the new Oracle platform, if I've got a person in any of the 28 countries that Synergy operates in that is interested in getting on Synergy products, I can send them my website. They can then pick the country that they live in, and then they can then pick the products for that are available to them in their country, and have Synergy do all the shipping for me, and it makes it so much easier. So I know for myself, I'm looking forward to this because it'll be so much easier for both online sales in the United States and Canada, as well as online sales in other countries that Synergy operates in.
Dan,
yes.
That is fabulous. That is really, really what has been hampering a lot of it. That's just fabulous.
Yes.
I can see a great potential there instead of stumbling blocks, because you're right. To go and try and find, especially in Canada, it's really difficult.
Right. And in Canada, you're not allowed to sell directly. Here in the United States, I can sell directly to a person. There's no restrictions placed upon me by the U.S. government with regards to, commerce and enterprise, as long as I'm paying my taxes. We're up in Canada, legally you're not allowed to directly sell to a person. Here, by having your website tied to your ID number, then you can have them go right on there, and they're getting the product directly from Synergy Worldwide. Meets all the rules and regulations that Health Canada has set up with regards to Progen Plus, being only the Canadian version, only distributed through the Canadian warehouses. Yes, I think this will be so much easier for those that are up in Canada to be able to do kind of like what I do here in the United States, build your online customer base, but you don't have to sell to them direct. You can have Synergy provide all your processing for you.
Yeah, I can sell. I can get as many customers as I want. What they don't want is to see me buying more than what they figure I should use in a month or two, and then reselling or retailing.
Right.
So I can, get as many customers because it's just them getting the product. It's not me buying and reselling that product.
Right. Right. They don't want you to make
so
profit.
So that's tremendous.
Hey, Dan?
Yes.
There's a question from Yancy that was asking about will we be able to keep the basic tag name as was available with the older replicated Synergy distributor website?
I don't know the answer. Yeah, I've got that up here on my screen. I don't know the answer to that, Yancy. So that will be a question that you can either send to Shane, or we'll find out at that event, or once the Oracle platform is moving and how well it works, again, that will be a question for Synergy. I don't know the answer to it. And Homer, I see you just put up a question, how about a new catalog? I don't know. I didn't ask that question. So I just wanted to be able to focus on the information for the upcoming event. Anyone else with any questions, either in the chat box? I didn't see anything else besides that. Thank you, Yancy, for the thank you. Anyone else with anything before we say goodbye for today?
Well, just thank you, Dan, for putting this together and, being our liaison with corporate so that we know some of the inside information. It is certainly appreciated just to know, is it worth going? And from what you've said, it absolutely is. And, I'm looking forward to seeing all these people that we talk to every Saturday morning in person. It'll be such a joy.
Yeah, let me say this. We're going to have two defined marketing strategies in 2017. The existing one that we use, nitric oxide therapy. I don't plan to stop that. All I plan to do is add a second marketing strategy called Microbiome Research, resetting your gut health. However you want to label it for yourself, talk in terms of microbiome research or resetting your gut health. And those are the two core marketing strategies. If you're planning just to use nitric oxide therapy and continue with that, then I would say to you that this event is most likely not going to provide you with any information that's going to help you with nitric oxide therapy marketing. Other than understanding, as I did research for next week's presentation, pea protein by itself is equal to whey protein in all its benefits, except that pea protein has 3 times the amount of L-arginine in it than what whey protein does. So from a nitric oxide standpoint, pea protein is a much better protein source for helping to fuel the nitric oxide pathway. Now, outside of that information that I found on my own by researching this, if you're looking at the microbiome as a core marketing strategy, whether it be your primary marketing strategy or adding it to your nitric oxide therapy marketing strategy, then yes, I definitely believe that this event will be extremely beneficial for you to be able to help you see the possibilities from a marketing standpoint of what you can do. And then when you come back home, beginning to understand how to hone your marketing strategy into a very effective, smooth operating process that is also duplicatable for other people, because most of the marketing strategies are already in place for you. Now it's just a matter for a person to have to do it. What do I mean by that? Next week, I would invite you and encourage you to get as many people as possible in your organization. We have 100 seats available to us on Saturday mornings. So you and as many people in your organization that have an interest in the microbiome, you want them on next Saturday's presentation, where I show you the Microbiome Research ebook. and how that ebook will be a huge tool to help you. Now, not everyone cares about the science, but there are a lot of people who do. And so the microbiome research is not to address those that don't care about the science. It's to be able to have a tool to be able to support what you're talking about and begin to educate yourself in this area so that when you're talking to a person, you want to become a person of influence and authority because you understand your topic. I know that there's this concept in network marketing that talks about, well, you got to keep it stupid because, that's so everyone can duplicate. No, I'm sorry. I don't buy into that because I've been in this business long enough that I know that I attract people to me because of the value that I share with them in the information. People are searching for information to address their health issues. And if you understand how to use your tool, that's what you need to understand in marketing. How do I use that microbiome research book to talk to a person who has type 2 diabetes to say, hey, go to this part of the microbiome research book and you'll get a better understanding. Or you want to reset your microbiome, skip all the rest of it. If you don't care about understanding it, skip it, but go to the 3 E's and the 4 R's. And that's what you need to do to reset your gut health. That will give them a roadmap on exactly what they need to do. And then if you understand properly how to work with a person, you can then sit down with that person in that section of the ebook and say, okay, of the 4 R's, which are you going to implement? Oh, so you want to go to the health food store and buy this, this, and this? Well, I wonder what it would add up to, because if you looked at the Microbiome Purified kit, you've got all those ingredients already in there, and it's most likely cost effective. Plus, if it doesn't work, you're going to get 100% money back guarantee on it. So again, it's understanding how to use your tools properly. And when you understand that process, you're going to be much more effective in being able to build your customer base and show those that join you how to use the tools effectively. You don't have to create the tool. You just need to know how to use the tool. Yes, Carol?
A couple of comments. I think that there are a lot of people out there that are looking for answers, and there's a lot of misinformation. And I was on a Facebook the other day with one of the fellows I know from another company, and he's got gut problems. And the answers that he's getting, take some more apple cider vinegar, or it's just astounding how these people come on and they act like they know, and they're going and taking all of this stuff, or don't eat this, or don't eat after a certain time. The misinformation is really what I think we have to cut through, because the misinformation is not serving the people. And to me, it seems like if we don't take part of this part of our company, it's like trying to market with one hand tied behind our back. We're missing a whole component. I can't go down to the event, but I'm going to see if I can send some of my distributors down there, because I think that's important. But I just trying to cut through to this gentleman to try and let him know I do have some answers for him, other than having apple cider vinegar and don't eat this and eat peanuts or whatever. It's amazing the stuff that they think they know because they're just wanting to help, but they don't know.
Correct. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else have anything before we say goodbye?
Yeah, Dan, it's Homer again. Shouldn't we use the Purify kit as a first step to the L-arginine, the nitric oxide therapy, so the pro-arginine is more effective?
Well, one of the things that I'm hoping that we'll get access to after the event on the 12th and the 13th are the slides from Dr. Tripp and the peer-reviewed clinical studies that were done. Now, I'm going on memory, and so I could be, don't quote me on this, but if I remember from one of his slides in his slide presentation that for those that went through the Purify program, their nitric oxide reserves increased by 40%. It was huge. And from a cardiovascular standpoint, that's phenomenal. That really helps to be able to help people improve vascular health. So, one of the questions that I'll have is like, pea protein. On 25 grams of pea protein, I'm going on memory, it's about 1.6 grams of L-arginine. So in 25 grams of pea protein, which is what 2 scoops of the health shake provides 25 grams of protein. That's coming from pea protein, and so there's 1.6 grams of L-arginine. Now, if they're combining that with their pro-arginine, they're getting a good amount of L-arginine into their system that's helping them. As you improve and change your gut flora, the ability to create useful metabolic products that support good health changes. And so again, there's like I shared with you, this is college information. So there's a lot that I don't even know in this area. It's such a fascinating study and information, but I do see patterns, and I do see key things, and it's the key things, the 3 E's, the 4 R's, that if you can get a person to understand the 3 E's, what are our objectives here? Eliminate dysbiosis, get that into your vocabulary. I had to get it into my vocabulary. You're going to see it more and more in the general public. What's dysbiosis? So eliminate dysbiosis, eliminate leaky gut, because that's the major aspect of what's happening, and eliminate inflammation. And if you do those 3 things, you will, by using the 4 R's, you will then reset that person's gut health, and they will begin to see some very significant health improvements. And like I was talking with Shane yesterday, for a person who's in bad health, they can see some very significant changes. For a person who's in good health, like I was in good health, I didn't go on to the Microbiome Purified kit to lose weight or lose body fat. No interest to me in that area because I don't need to worry about that. But I wanted to improve my gut health to see what it would do to my overall health. And it took my overall health to the next level. And I plan to continue with this process because this is lifestyle. And as I was sharing with Shane yesterday, it would be nice to be able to have these as standalone products because I'll get to the questions in just a second. It'd be nice to have standalone products because from a consumer standpoint, when you look at ProArginate Plus, people are implementing a new buying habit. When you look at the microbiome kit, people already spend money on cleansers and detoxifiers. People already spend money on health shakes, especially protein shakes, especially whey protein shakes. And when I can show them a direct comparison side by side between whey and pea protein and be equal in everything, especially for athletes and branched chain amino acids, it's in the ebook, and be able to show them that I can give them more L-arginine, which then gives them the ability to tap into nitric oxide therapy more effectively, I can now position my pea protein, my biome shake, as a more effective shake than what they're currently taking. People are already buying probiotics. When they understand combining a prebiotic with a probiotic, especially a probiotic that is a spore-forming probiotic, which means that it is protected in the acidic environment of the stomach because it's a spore, and when you combine it with a prebiotic, which provides a water-soluble fiber that you can't digest, but your probiotic loves to eat for energy and nutrients, as well as provide a gel-like substance to protect it through the acidic environment of the stomach, you can then put more CFUs, colony-forming units, into your small intestine than you can do through traditional probiotics, and be able to have a fuel source immediately for that to recolonize faster. That's why this is a 7-day program. to help a person in 7 days to flip their microbiome. And again, you've got consumers that are already buying. You're just redirecting their buying habits to a better product because you can help them understand why it's better. Now,
Dan, I'm sorry, could you tell us what the difference between pea protein and whey protein again?
I'll spend more time on that next week, but
Okay.
I'll actually show you and remind me if I forget next week, because I'll show you visually. It's in the ebook that's coming.
Okay.
Someone asked, what is the name of the book on the microbiome and its female author? And I'm assuming that you're talking about The Microbiome Solution, and the author is Dr. Robin Chutkan, and that's Chutkan. I'll type it into the chat box.
And Dan, there's another book that I'm reading that's very good called Eat Dirt, and that's by Dr. Josh Axe.
Yeah, I have a lot of his sourcing in the ebook. He really does a very good job in this area. Anyone else before we say goodbye? All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us this morning.